You informed about what's happening in Idaho's schools.
This afternoon, there are new findings on the state's economy and education.
CBS 2's Haley Kramer's live here in the studio and breaks down the study for us.
Well, Hewlett-Packard paid for the extensive study, bringing in education experts from across the country and reaching out to more than 2,000 Idahoans across all 5 regions through surveys, focus groups, and in-person interviews.
What was very, very important to us is that this was not just about Boise. This was not just about Twin Falls. This was not just about Coeur d'Alene. This was about the whole state.
Gus Schmedlin, HP's vice president for worldwide education, says what makes the statewide study on education and the economy different is its neutrality and reach.
HP's success here in Idaho depends on the quality of the labor pool, the quality of the schools, so that we have employees that want to move here. I think we saw an opportunity at a state that had high growth, at a state where business has a voice, in order to contribute something that will help not just today, but in the long term. And so we seized that opportunity.
He says Idaho is viewed as off the charts in terms of a good place to do business, and people from Idaho love it here and don't want to leave.
But there's also broad consensus that education needs to be improved, not only for the people in Idaho, but for the future generations of Idaho.
He says parents, teachers, students, business leaders, and others here recognize the rapid change when it comes to technology and workforce.
The core skills that students need are grit and determination, personal responsibility, and above all, flexibility, so that they can adjust to these new technologies and so they can be prepared for jobs that haven't even been invented yet.
Schmedlin says the final report will have 15 to 20 recommendations, but the top 5 recommendations are creating a statewide vision that honors local autonomy and is flexible for all 5 regions, focusing on literacy pre-K to 3rd grade, amplifying college and career pathways so students know what is available to them, elevating the teaching profession in a variety of ways and making sure they feel valued, and tackling one emerging issue they found is only getting worse.
We came looking for information about the education system, and especially in rural Idaho, what we found were mental health issues.
Those issues, popping up in both conversations and survey responses, range from anxiety over college and performance among peers at high-performing schools to poverty issues and concerns about the future in rural settings. Rod Grammer, president and CEO of Idaho Business for Education, says although unintentional, the timing of this study is good, as Governor Little's Education Task Force works to come up with a 5-year plan.
This gives us a good, if you will, map, and now it will be up to the task force, the governor, and the legislature to look at that map and decide, okay, where are we going to go and how are we going to do it? You know, how are we going to climb this mountain?
The governor, superintendent, and other leaders in education have already been briefed on these findings, and in early August, they'll release the final written report, which will include the findings, but also more recommendations. You can find more information on the study's findings on our website, idahonews.com. Live in the studio, Haley Kramer, CBS 2 News.
And we are making a long-term commitment to reporting on education. If you have a story about Idaho education that Haley should look into, email us at projectidaho@kboi.org.